Alrighty then, a very warm welcome to a Shakes and Fidget video in English. Yet again, we're working on Server Europe 4. We might beat a few dungeons there, but basically I want to talk about a topic which is occurring lately in the Shakes and Fidget Discord during this week. And it's not that I can give you a lot information, yeah, but it's really something which maybe kind of annoys me. Yeah. So the situation is current. There was a discussion or in several ways, and it appears that especially Czech, not all, but some Czech content creators shared informations about buying mushrooms on an illegal way because it was cheaper. Personally, I thought that this shouldn't be possible anymore, but yet if you buy weapons, if you buy mushrooms in the official shop, then it's kind of impossible maybe to do this trick. Maybe it's just doable within the game, but well, it doesn't matter. I as I said, I don't have informations. But if you hear about a way to buy mushrooms cheaper, and this way seems not to be illegal because it's like tricking the currency, for example, whatever, you actually should not follow this, because now people got banned who used these tricks, yeah. And I heard about saving like 30% money in average. Of course, yeah, you know, Shakes and Fidget can be very expensive if you want to do a lot of pushes, for example. But basically, my opinion is you just should go as far as you can. Yeah. So if you know that you have like 200 euros per month for free to spend them to your hobby like Shakes and Fidget, then it's all right, and do so. But if you don't have it, don't try to find illegal ways to buy them cheaper that you can go on, and then afterwards, yeah, like in this case, people got banned. A lot of people on server before got banned. I'm not sure who, yeah, but I heard about it, especially Czech or Slovak user player. I think, I'm not pretty sure, but I think he is one of them. So I mean, if people try to get mushrooms much cheaper over a longer time, especially, I think them to be banned is the right decision. First of all, I'm not sure if you're just like a user and you use it, and if you have make an agreement with Playa that you if you buy all the depths, yeah, that you may go on playing after a specific while. I personally think this should be okay as well, but people have to be punished at least. And if they can't play for 1 week or 2 weeks, that is basically a punishment. Yeah? So for the normal user, I say both solutions, permaban or maybe unban after all the debts are paid, would be okay in my mind. But if it's really right that content creators share informations, yeah, basically, but how should the content creators be treated? I mean, they get a lot of support by player games, and if they still spread informations which make it may be easier for player, which make it maybe easier for user to play Shakes and Fidget basically, but on an illegal way, and no matter if it's connected with with player losing money or with user having a favor to people who don't go this illegal way. In both cases, I really would like player to make them lose all of their content creator status. Like, I mean, they should actually like they should be not sponsored anymore. The creator code shouldn't work anymore, and they should actually cut all the the financial support, but as well I think they even should take away their avatars, and it's really, I mean, I'm a content creator myself. A lot of people in Shakes and Fidget Discord are now making fun about this content creator thing. I mean, of course, many people are able to be content creator right now, and not all of them have deserved it in eyes of other specific players. And in general, a lot of people try to make the content creator status to let it appear a little bit worse than it is, basically, or that content creators are not good people. And I mean, like 80 or 90% of the content creator who are actively playing Shakes and Fidget because they were already playing Shakes and Fidget before, such as I am Dorza, Terra, and Tuni. A lot of people were playing Shakes and Fidget before the content creator program officially invited a lot of players, or newer content creators such as Rudos, or Sergio Kurai, who are maybe not playing Shakes and Fidget that long, but who really give a lot of effort in their YouTube videos, or in their streams, or in their charts, project charts, whatever. Those are really good content creators. And of course, there are other content creators which were actually just being partnered for making Shakes and Fidget more famous because of their amount of viewers in total on YouTube. Also, they basically don't really play Shakes and Fidget or don't do a lot of content, but still nobody basically complained about it. And now I read a lot of sentences in Shakes and Fidget Tavern Discord, for example. I mean, maybe that some opinions are just trolls or whatever, but it's really not giving a good feeling at the moment. And I hope that you viewers, first of all, don't follow illegal ways to play Shakes and Fidget, and secondly, go on supporting each content creator you like in what way ever. If you use creator codes, or just check the videos and give them some likes and commentaries, whatever. Each way of support is really well recommended. I really feel bad if I see that some content creators share bad informations, and in the result, players who maybe were playing fair that game for several years are now banned because of this. Especially those guys, I would like to have a solution for them, or that they can maybe go on playing after they paid the debts, as I said before. But there are other players who just try to abuse all favors and try to be the best in the competition, and then it's found out that they're just the best because they abuse. This is something different than content creators getting some mushrooms for free. And well, I really had struggles reading all the opinions in Discord. That's why it's taking me a little bit more personal than it should. Because you always have to consider content creators who like Shakes and Fidget, such as all the people mentioned before, or such, for example, me. I play a lot of new servers, of course, because it's a favor for me to play Shakes and Fidget with new people, for example, being able to support guilds. So with the support by player, it's a little bit easier to go through that. And of course, it gives me another favor that maybe people will support me in general. If I wouldn't play the newest servers, less people would support me, basically, I guess. But still, each character I played on all Europe servers, for example, on on each character I paid a lot of more mushrooms myself than I would basically have done without being partnered with Shakes and Fidget. Yeah, because I always have some goals to achieve. I actually wanted to do some dungeons. I always have to, I always want to spend mushrooms for several events, for example, or dungeons. Yeah, and without the sponsorship, I never would have played so many servers and never would have paid so many money myself. So it's both. It's a win-win situation for the content creator and for player games. And as long as I, as content creator, am doing my stuff and spend a lot of percent of the total mushrooms myself, nobody should have the right to attack me as content creator because other content creators were doing shit. Yeah, that's some personal feeling. Nobody attacked me personally because but just by reading the general opinions, it feels like each good content creator might be damaged in their public the public opinion as well. And I don't want all the content creators to be damaged. Yeah, Zombie, for example, is a really good example. Who's a really good content creator and playing a lot of characters and giving a lot of advices in game, which are legal. Yeah, he never spreaded any bad informations, for example. And I appeared to play with him on World 54 International, and now I play with him on Server 5. But some other Czech content creators, for example, I had some experience with Server Europe 1 or 3. They already it already felt bad from the beginning. Yeah, so if those guys share bad informations, they shall be punished as hard as possibly. Yeah, in my mind. And as well the players who just play that game to abuse it for their own favor, they shall be punished as hard as possibly too. Yeah. One more thing I forgot to mention is that one of these maybe bad informations people shared in general, or content creators shared, I don't know it exactly, but it was about being offered that somebody buys mushrooms, for example, for in value 100 euro, but just for 6 euro, for example. Yeah. If somebody offers you this, it may sound nice, but you never should agree to this, because in that case, both of you will be banned. So the guy who offers you that might be banned, and you will be banned as well if it's getting public, because it's not allowed in general in terms of service. And that's why you have to keep your own data very secured. Yeah, you should just give your account information generally to people you really can trust in terms of sitting, but that's the only exception. And in that case, of course, each punishment is deserved. Yeah, if you are able to unban your char by paying all the open debts, then feel free to do so. But the guys who share those offers, they basically don't want to help you, they want to help themselves getting money, and those guys should be banned forever as well. That's my opinion. Yeah. The bad thing of the general situation is that many guilds loses player. Some guilds on some servers might lose their top positions. Basically, of course, other guilds will maybe get favors by that who were playing 100% leisurely in total, so they can catch up a little bit. But it's not good for servers, especially for the newer ones. Maybe even for Europe 5. That, of course, some players are banned and not being able to support guilds anymore. But of course, without all those exploits or tips or whatever, they never would have come so far. So that's the basic thing you have to keep in mind. Those guys would never come so far with their characters without these exploits. For example, Suzy 10 on Mage on Europe 1 was breaking all the records, and it was really exciting to watch this. But I remember that I heard his name not on day one. I maybe started to hear his name after a few days, and was like, where was he in the first days? So maybe he started playing, and then he got he got the information to buy mushrooms much cheaper, very much cheaper. So he decided to pay a lot of mushrooms cheaper to have all the mushrooms he needed to break those records, and that is not fair. Yeah. So if it's right, then he's banned with the right reasons, and if he is able to go on playing, if he pays all the debts. But Capsule in his video said that the debts for this specific player are about 20,000 euros. So if he has to repay 20,000 euros, he maybe paid mushrooms in value of 30,000 euros or less or more. But he basically just paid maybe a part of it. If he has to repay 20,000 euro, you really have to imagine that he had so many mushrooms he never would have bought without the exploit. And this would mean he never would have broken all the records. Yeah. And with this is a really good example why, besides all the disadvantages it brings, a fair solution is just the punishment Liar did or will do. And I mean, it's most likely the case that people who have to pay a debt above 10,000 euro or more will maybe not be able to pay those debts, because they don't have the money. But everybody should have known about the risk before, and if you don't know, I will that's why I inform you. I think I'm not beating Jack the Hammerer now. Maybe I have to check some more items, better weapon. That's some words I wanted to mention with you guys. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy the epic event, and see you next time. Goodbye.